I think the recording started.
Yeah, it
It just
looks like it
started.
has. Yeah.
Hi, good
Good
morning,
job.
everyone.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning.
I'll start with the acknowledgements. I acknowledge that I'm meeting from the Wurundjeri country, the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri people. I acknowledge that those of you joining me today may be from other First Nations land. We pay our respect and give thanks to the ancestors, elders, and young people for their nurturing, protection, and caregiving of these sacred lands and waterways, acknowledging their continuation of cultural, spiritual, and educational practices. We extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. I would like to hand over to Rakesh for the next agenda item.
Thank you, Ishi, and good morning, everyone. As you know, we have got we've got certain things to discuss, and I've already put that in the agenda template as well. So the first thing which I want to talk about is the review the project deliverables. We do have some time delays, and we'll have to have a better time management stuff. So what I want you to do is come up with a new timeline, and let's agree to that. The next thing I'll discuss is, how can we improve our quality, uh, assurance and quality improvement stuff. And the third thing that I want to talk is we were facing a bit of cost issues, especially in terms of stakeholders and other things. So if anybody has got any good suggestion, is welcome. We do have some plans, but I want to hear what you people think about it. Ash, would you be able to give me some update about the home health needs assessment homelessness project and where we are about it?
Yes, Rakesh. With the homelessness project, at the moment we are collecting the data. So last week the indicators were finalized, what we're using. So mostly we are using indicators like financial, social impact, and other indicators like demographics, which by which we can get the analysis and insights on the homelessness people. So the indicators were finalized, and we are collecting the data from Table Builder, which is linked to ABS. So and we are collecting the data in LGA for our Murray PHN region. So the data collection is almost done. There was a bit of delay in the data collection due to the indicators were not finalized. And we were making sure that we use indicators only that make the overall results very good, which gives the overall results. So since that is done, we have collected 80% of the data, and it will be finalized by the end of the week. Once that is done, we can integrate all the data and then start our analysis part.
Thank you very much, Ash. And Oishi, what about the CAL, the Culturally Linguistic and Diverse project? Where are we with all data collection and other stuff?
With the multicultural project, so there has been a delay with the data collection because we are still in the stage of finalizing the indicators that we're going to use. We are going to be using the ABS or the table builder for collecting the data, but it's not a straight away process. The indicators are going to be they're a lot different, and a lot of them are unavailable. We're also trying to check the another data source if available to find in an LGA level. We will be starting the multicultural data collection today, this week, and continuing to the next week. Hopefully, in this 1.5 week, we are able to finish the collection of data. We are also following a very similar format to the homelessness. We're getting the demographics, we're getting the financial, the social impact, and I think it still needs a little refining. So we'll have further meetings to discuss on that.
I think regarding this project, especially the CAL one and both the projects, we will have to update our timeline because there's a bit of pressure, which I'll discuss at the end, that what action we all will need to do so that everything goes on time, because we work here with timelines, and you know that 29th February is the deadline for both our projects. So I hope we work in in a cooperation that we achieve our target on time. Gina, because you've been our quality expert and you've been doing a lot of that stuff. Did you find anything which could improve our data collection activity or analysis activity? And then how do you think we can reduce our cost? Because we are having a bit of financial issues as well, especially in terms of the costs involved in the stakeholder consultation?
You're on mute, Gina.
Sorry, always. Yeah, so there's a couple of questions in there. The first one, I think we had a really productive meeting the other day about the qualitative framework of what we're doing with the submissions to the parliamentary inquiry data. And I think we've come up with a really good plan for the thematic analysis and how that's going to come in. I had some really good discussions the other day with someone from an end user, basically, of these health needs and assessments. And she was just really highlighting to me how LGA, in terms of the data level, the geographic level that we're cutting down to, that LGA is far more useful for her as an end user than the SA3. And I think going back to our original notes as well, from one of the early meetings, LGA has always sort of been highlighted, but also for some of those basic stats, I think maybe for the homelessness, like maybe just some general homelessness and in the cold, presenting any sort of hotspots. So that might even go down to like an SA2 to show particular communities even within an LGA. But I think that would more be a visual map type thing rather than tables presented in the report. The final question you had was, so there's some of the quality things. Oh, and then the cost of the stakeholder assessments. I mean, there has been some discussion of, and certainly from Brent, who's running the stakeholder consultations for some of the larger organisations for collaborating with other PHNs to ensure, like, not sort of financial costs in terms of our time of our staff, but also in terms of burden on the stakeholders for some of the ones that are statewide, like the Salvation Army, for example, rather than having 3 or 4 different PHNs go to them and have similar conversations, go work in collaboration with other PHNs to have one consultation session and share the data between the different groups.
Yeah, I think that's a very, very novel and a brilliant idea. Yeah. I'd just like to share my screen with you before we finalize this meeting, and I just want to have a quick conversation with you regarding the timeline. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
So
can you just scroll down a little so we can see the dates at the top?
At the top, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
We have only 42 days left. This is the one that tells you how many days are left. So we are at this stage here. We were supposed to finish this by 18th of this month. Integration, linking, modeling. We are still a week behind. So what I've planned is I'll extend all of those previous deadlines by a week, but still we have that, and the dashboard we'll leave as of now. It's an option, so we'll just save that time there. And what I will do is, because we have that deadline of submitting that final report by 26 to the board and executives. So what I want to do is just shift that timeline from this period to 1 week so that we have and eliminate this part as of now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then we'll have everything done on time. So what do you agree to that, or do you think we will be able to, achieve it?
I think we can do that. I think we can extend it by a week.
All good then. Then I'll talk to Kat and we'll go ahead. And thank you very much and have a good day. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Rakesh.
Thanks,
Have a good
Rakesh.
day.
Bye.
You too.